Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be making a glitch-build grinding home based on the Petal Wither Atmosphere feature. So the first thing we're gonna do is prepare the atmosphere. I always start with this part first because it helps set the mood and helps me pick colors easier for this build. I'm mainly going to use pastel pinks and browns. That's because I'm going to be going for a cherry blossom type of style in this build. Now, I'm going to build the fences around the border. I want this build fairly small to reduce prices. Then, using the copy tool in the advanced tools section, I'm going to finish the fences much faster. Since sometimes I misclick and lose selection of a set of items, I create a small area off the build to create unique items with first. You'll notice I fall off the build a lot in the build. If you want to prevent that, you should place 2 rugs for the space instead of 1. Here I'm creating a tree using free items only. I use free items to cut costs while using more items. I'm going for an aesthetic cherry blossom style tree. Since I prepared the object separately, I can just copy and paste it wherever I need to. For the trees, I used 24 cheap counters and 7 cheap corner counters, adding up to a total of 31 items per tree. Now, I'm going to create benches. I didn't want to use a percent 1 because that's boring, besides it costs more that way. I do use basic rugs a lot in most of my builds. It's my favorite free item, since it can be used in so many ways. The only part of the bench that will cost you a MC is the door frames. I use them for the back of the bench because it's pretty. Of course, you still need to tie it together with, you guessed it, more basic rugs. BTW, I know that AI voices are super annoying. I'm only using one because I don't like my own voice. I also don't have recording equipment. I get a bit sidetracked here because the game just released the pet wear adjustment feature. I'm a huge fan of styling things, obviously, so I had to adjust my favorite pet's outfit a bit. This part ends around 15 seconds from now. I had to redo part of the bench that got messed up when the update hit. Minor setback, but it's fine. Once I set down the benches, I'm going to add chairs to make them able to be sat in. I waited to do this step, mainly because it takes extreme precision. It's optional. But I want to make this grinding home very interactive. Each bench took 3 curved doorways, 1 basic wardrobe, and 77 different basic rugs. 77 is diabolical. I don't know why I did that to myself. Gang, just use walls or something. It's only like 5 AMC. If you want, go back and slow the video down to where the radio is first shown. I gave codes to use songs in your builds. Using these radios allows you to select your own songs, however. It's difficult to find ones that work properly, honestly. Since there weren't any flowers I wanted to use in the pre-made area, I'm going insane trying to make my own. Flowers are hard because there isn't much in-game to mimic the petal shape. This took forever. My advice is, if you want to make your own flowers, adjust each petal individually. Rotate them slightly so none have the same direction. Each petal should be facing differently around the sphere in the center. I'm lazy, so I'm just going to add 1 leaf using the same shape as the petals. Finally done with the flower, but it's not even the hardest one in this build. The thing I made after it low-key made me crash out super badly. Every part of the flower costs money, so it's more expensive than the benches. Take that with a grain of salt if you want to make your own flowers too. Before I go crash out with the next item adjustment thing, I'm going to add texture to the ground. I personally like this detail, but sometimes it's harder to place things down, since it makes the ground able to clip through items. I just like the slight details of it, and I feel like it makes the build look more complicated. The flowers each had 10 small quarter slices, 2 cylindrical beans, 1 medium sphere, and 1 small ring, so 14 items per flower. Now time for me to crash out. I'm making butterflies with the item adjustment. It's simple, until you realize making the wings at just the right angle is pain. Minus 10 out of 10. Never trying this again. I spent ages doing this. This is probably the longest I spent on so few items. I recommend not doing what I did and making the wings first. I can't emphasize that enough. At least it starts to look cute after a while. Besides, it's going to be so small that people probably won't immediately notice it in the build. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. It took me around 2 hours to make this build, including the parts I cut out of the video. I'm really proud of it. Since this step took me so long, I'm going to add a lot of these butterflies, even if they're small and pricey. I'm usually more stingy about this kind of thing, but oh well. Now that that's finally over, let's start making the next step. I'm making a cute basket by using laundry baskets and a decorative arc. I used laundry baskets to add detail and hopefully make it look less like a laundry basket. Since you can't change the basic apple's color, which is sad, I'm going to be making my own apple to add to the picnic basket. It's gonna be a bit hard, but that's fine. Not going to lie, I think it looked like Kirby at first. Tell me in the comments if you agree. Wait, that's actually a cool idea. Maybe I'll make a Kirby-themed house later. I'm aggressively adjusting items here. It's easier for me than the butterfly, but getting round shapes to look good is kind of intense. I then proceeded to fall again. Guys, I swear I don't usually fall that often through the floor of my builds, trust. I'm making it so this is where the pets eat out from. I think it's a clever little detail. It's hard to get the placement right on the first try, so it takes a few attempts. Now for one of the last parts, the fountain. I think this was the easiest part of the item adjustments in this whole build. It's very simple to do. I'm going to be adding both the shower and drink features to this build. Not a good idea in real life, but it works since Adopt Me isn't real, lol. I'll add some decorative arcs for more flair, because I can. Hopefully it fits the vibe. Time skip because my computer low-key crashed for a second. I'm trying to angle the water dish here so it looks like the pets are drinking out of the fountain. I think that looks pretty neat, if I do say so myself. It goes by super fast, but I put down Queensland cribs and a bathtub into the build, plus a piano for the playtime task. Now for the final tour. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I really hope you are too. Feel free to watch the video at a slowed down speed if you want to recreate this build. I'd be honored to see you guys make your own version. At me in a video if you do for sure, or just let me know in the comments. Anyways, Ibis out. Have a good day.